feeling that.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight?
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Glad to see you all here. I hope you're having a good week so far.
Well, it's not night for you guys in the central time zone, but it's 7 o'clock here and it's already dark out. So it is dark outside.
Which means summer's over.
Okay, we have 15 people in here, and
I'll tell you who we got.
Laura is going to start saying hello to everybody.
The first person was Moonlight Adventures. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Then Have Luggage Will Travel. Hey guys. Carson Huddleston. Katie P. Cruise Nuts. Eddie Lugo. Oh, you ate one too? Jennifer Ledford. Hey girl. What else we got? Let's see.
Well, I know we got the legend.
Traveler Bust.
The legend's in the house.
Robert's here from Life of Favor.
Look at that.
There he is.
It's everybody's favorite big man.
Uh-oh.
Big Josh sporting a Huddle Adventures t-shirt. Gotta like that.
We got CME Traveling.
Love you, buddy.
I think I said Traveler Bust. So I think I've got everybody.
I'll tell you what. It's been so cool getting to know everybody in here. And I especially cherish the relationships we're building with Have Luggage Will Travel and How We Cruise. Those guys we're thick as thieves. So it's a good thing. All right. So today has been kind of an interesting day with YouTube. YouTube has not been cooperating very well with me at all in the last month. I've been having nothing but problems with YouTube. All kinds of weird stuff happening. For you guys that don't know, and this isn't like a humble brag. My kids taught me that term, humble brag. Once you get over 1,000, you go up in increments of tens. Okay, so it counts tens. You're no longer doing one at a time. So when you're at 981, you know you're at 981. Now everyone's going to say, well, you go into YouTube Studio app and it'll show you the exact number. And those numbers really aren't exact because they're not static. They will go up and down. Those numbers will go up and down. And once you get over 10,000, you go up in increments of 100. So when you see a channel that's like at 12.4, 12,400 subscribers, and it's staying that way for a week, keep in mind it takes 100 to get up to 12.5. Now, once your channel starts getting bigger, when they start auditing the channel for spammers and bots and stuff like that, they start cutting subscribers. And some of those, when they cut the subscribers, I think you lose some views too. So we've been watching some crazy stuff. Like we were stuck. I woke up one day and we were down like 200 subscribers. I was like, what the hell? The next day we were down 170 subscribers. And then all of a sudden we get those right back. But that is just part of the headache with YouTube. There's no understanding with what is going on with how they do anything. But the other one is uploads. Okay. So I'm at 98% on the premiere that's going to launch here at 8:05.
Immediately after this live.
Yeah. So that it has been all day trying to get a 22-minute video to upload with no issues with my internet access whatsoever. This is all on YouTube. And it's just been really, really aggravating. Whereas I can upload anything to TikTok and Instagram like almost instantaneously. And YouTube is just ridiculously slow.
We got a couple more people that have joined us. We have Taylor Renko. Hey, girl. Stiegel Media. Hey, Cindy. Cruising is fun anytime. Hey, Cheryl and Jeremy. Let's see. JNS Adventures. Oh, there he is. JNS. I think we hit everybody.
All right, guys, before we get rolling, I'm going to touch on some quick cruise news here. I'm going to start with a couple small stories and get into the two bigger ones next. This will be real quick. The Carnival Ecstasy, many people were theorizing that it would be bought by another cruise line and, refurbished a bit and sent back out to sea. That is not the case. It's on its way. Well, it will be on its way to, how do you say it? Alagia, Turkey. That's how you say it. To the scrapping operation there in Alagia, Turkey. So it is getting scrapped after 31 years at sea. And many times ships like that do end up getting a second life, and they sail for another 5 to 10 years with somebody else. The next one is Virgin Voyages. Valiant Lady is going to join Scarlet Lady in Miami at the end of this month. So they're both going to be sailing out of Miami beginning the end of the month, which is great for those of you that want to sail with Virgin Voyages, because they have they're limited with the number of ships they have. So that will open up more possibilities of sailing out of Miami. And then I'm going to touch on this one. This one's got a lot of people really angry over at the Carnival VFIP group on Facebook. Mardi Gras. Carnival sent out an email about the Mardi Gras today or yesterday. I'm not sure of the timing, but they informed guests that there are going to be changes on 24 upcoming sailings, some of them as far as 1 year away. The Mardi Gras will not be stopping at San Juan, Puerto Rico over the next 21 sailings that they're discussing here. It will be substitute with Nassau, Bahamas. So that is going to make people really angry, and there's no explanation for that. So
I got to tell you, I'd be pretty bummed by that swap out. I mean, you're in a cruise ship and, you know, all that, but man, I would much rather go to San Juan than Nassau.
San Juan's been a challenge. It's been a challenge since the prior, you know, the I can't remember the name of the big hurricane that hit like right around the pandemic. And then, you know, with the pandemic, and then Ian just tore through Puerto Rico. I don't know what kind of damage it did. I don't know if that has something to do with it. There's no telling. So with that, hopefully in the next few days, we'll have something to share with you about that.
So MGM family joined us. Hey, guys. And Warmstrong. Hey, Warmstrong.
Oh, hey, buddy. Warmstrong, man. Me and him we are officially Facebook buddies now, and it's on. He's on the celebration with us. I
cannot wait to meet you, and I can't wait to meet Cindy's going to be on there from Seagull Media. So many of you guys were excited. I'm gonna
have Warmstrong show me how to party like a retired guy, because he's my hero. Okay, now finally we'll go to the big story of the week last week, and it continues to be a big story this week. Icon of the Seas. They basically gave a report on how quickly it sold out. And as of early Tuesday, just 26 of the 2,805 cabins on the ship remained available to book on Royal Caribbean's website for the initial voyage of the 22-deck high vessel. So they're considering that essentially a sellout, which is, I mean, that's pretty darn cool. Good. Now,
but wait a second. Guess who's going to be on that sailing?
We're on it. We booked that crazy, expensive cruise. We are on it, and we booked it through Have Luggage Will Travel. Amanda, the nicest travel agent in Louisiana,
got up at, I don't know, the crack of dawn to secure us a room. So.
And
girl. And Robert, you're right. It looks amazing, but it's going to be crowded. We're ready for it. As long as you got your mind frame.
Robert is in the house. Robert from Life of Favor.
Yeah, you didn't hear me say hi to him?
I did. I was going through my notes.
Oh, and Dana's here too. Hey,
Hi, Dana. Hey, we made plans with Dana. Dana's going to be on the celebration with us in a few weeks, and we're going to get with her, go out to dinner the night before the cruise. Really excited about that. Robert, are you on? Did you guys book it? Did you book the Icon? I'm curious to see if
Howie Cruz is here. Hey, guys.
Hey, Howie Cruz. I'm curious to see if my buddy Robert booked Icon, him a favor. That'd be cool if they did. Now, that cruise is going to be another one of those crazy ones where there's a ton of people on it. We did an interior without gratuities. Amanda didn't throw the gratuities in. She just booked this thing like...
it's actually an ocean view room.
Yeah, it's an ocean view room. But without gratuities, it's at $3,400 for that cruise, which is like, that's more than what a balcony... We have an extended balcony on a celebration. Now, mind you, it's a 6-day cruise or a 7-day cruise. But that one with gratuities, and we accidentally bought insurance. I hate to say, if the insurance wasn't included, it would only be like $2,750 for a 6-day with, I forget what they call the class of balcony. It's on the 13th deck on the celebration, and the balcony is slightly deeper. than a normal balcony. It's not wider, but it's deeper. So,
so who's got a big old balcony?
Well, it's not a big old balcony, but it's bigger than our dog is in here.
It's a big old balcony.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So with that said, before we get rolling on other cruise related topics, I just want to talk to you guys real quick and tell you, number one, thank you as always for being here, for all the support you give us, all the love you guys show us. We really appreciate it. And we believe in paying things forward, and we always try to look out for our friends and help them out. So with that, I just want to talk to you real quick about, before we went on our cruise, I told you we just launched our TikTok account because we had one and it was like completely dormant with nothing on it, and I lost access to it. So we got our TikTok account now. We have 184 followers. We have 4,550 likes, which is crazy to me. That's a lot for a 3-week-old account, in my opinion. And one of our videos has 904 likes, 3,900 views, and it's one of my guitar videos. So I'm really just humbled by that. That's really, really cool.
Well, we don't call you Eddie Van Huddleston for nothing.
It's funny though. You're silly. It's funny because it's a song by The Weeknd, and it's a kind of a ballad. Earned It. So that did well. I posted before, and it did all right. Like on an old channel I had last year, and for some reason it's doing better this time. So
we wanted to talk about the dream.
Okay. Oh, right. Before we get going, I'm just asking you guys, if you have a TikTok account, go into our about section here and go to TikTok. Make sure you're following us, and I'll follow you back.
Me too.
Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook.
We'll follow you guys back.
And my tip to you guys, although these social media platforms don't have like a really good crossover, meaning that if someone is following you on Instagram, they're going to subscribe to your YouTube channel, or they're going to follow your Facebook account, whatever. There's a lot of people that they got that one pony they like to ride, and they stay with that one social media platform. But what it does, I'm just telling this for the newer channels, it's a good way to promote events. So your lives and stuff like that, anything cool you have coming, those are really cool. And what I like about it as a creator, and I hate calling myself a creator, but it sounds kind of pompous, but as a content creator, I'm able to be more creative by going to different platforms, which makes this more interesting and more fun to me. So the reason I mentioned that, if you're following subscribe to our YouTube channel, if you want to get the full effect of all the crazy nonsense and shenanigans we do, you need to see us on TikTok. You need to see us on Instagram. So we got all that going on. So
hey, Mike from Cruise Nut says that he is on the inaugural U.S. sailing on the Jubilee. And guess what, buddy? We're on there with you.
Yes, we are on there. And I saw somebody else was going to be on there. Cruising for Food, I saw she's on there. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people on that one as well. And we are, we've already mentioned Icon. We're really super excited about that. And we're super excited about going back on Royal. We're going to be on Oasis of the Seas.
Oh, Jennifer Ledford's on the Jubilee too.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome.
That's really cool. So we're going to do the celebration.
Yep.
I think it's 27 days from now.
Yep.
We are going to fly down to Miami. It's only a 6-day cruise, so we decided we're going to make it longer for ourselves. So we're going to Miami on Saturday. We stay there Saturday, Sunday, and then we sail Monday, come back on Sunday. When we return on Sunday, we're going to get home, unpack, wash all of our clothes, get back on a plane 6 days later, fly back to Miami, and then get on Oasis of the Seas with Taylor Renko and Kyle Renko, this couple we happen to know.
We happen to know them.
Yeah, our daughter and son-in-law. And we're going to do Oasis of the Seas, and we have excursions booked for all the port stops, and it's going to be a blast too.
Robert's on the Jubilee also. Yay.
Oh, right, Robert. Yes, that's going to be awesome. So as far as celebration goes, that's what's up next, and we're really excited about that. And it's kind of losing its Icon kind of stole its thunder a little bit. And mind you, this is the second XL class ship, so Mardi Gras took all the real thunder. But seeing a new version of that class ship is really super exciting. And we are, it's so crazy. We're not part of a group cruise, but we already made dinner reservations with High Seas, Cindy and Paul. We're going to do Tapanaki with them. We are going to audition for Family Feud. We're going to be part of the Cruise World family.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I hope we get on there because I want it. Yep. I want to go on Family Feud so bad. I hope we get picked.
And I talked to Mark about, we need to get together and get dinner together. Him, Stephanie, and Laura and I, where we're on a celebration. He thinks that's a great idea. He's happy about that too. And Cindy is from Siegel Media is going to be on a celebration.
I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about Family Feud. I just want to go. I want to do this to the other team. Like when they give their answer and you're like,
yeah. If you guys are following along with our recent vlogs, you'll know that she has some anger issues. And
I do not.
Yeah, you're going to see the vlog that launches.
I am. Is that you, Amanda? Amanda said, "Be super duper high energy." I'm going to leg kick. I'm going to. The other team. I'm gonna flip my hair. I'm ready.
But we have Warmstrong is gonna be on that one. We have Siegel Media is gonna be on there. Cindy's like, hey, we gotta get together. We have our own little private content creator group for the celebration, and High Seas or See the World with Chris started it, and I tried to get permission from him today to plan some kind of meet and greet with all the creators. So we're gonna do, and if we do that, guys, that's gonna be awesome, because it's gonna be a lot of the people you see in all of our lives. We follow each other, we're becoming friends, and we'll get to see all of us in one place. So that's gonna be really, really cool.
Yep, I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. We really don't have any excursions booked, because it's going to be about the ship, and we only have 6 days.
6 days, and you know how big the ship is, so you can't possibly see everything in 7 days. So how in the world we talked about this a little bit last night, I think.
Yeah,
but we're gonna have to maybe divide and conquer a little bit, and
we'll be all right.
We'll figure it out.
We won't have to do that. But we did talk about having to it's Grand Turk, Nassau, and I think it's just Grand Turk and Nassau, isn't it? Just Tucson.
Josh said Lori is a black belt in hand chop food. No, actually, have you ever heard of Taekwondo? Well, Lori knows Do Kwon Tai. It's backwards and twice as deadly.
Yeah, as far as everything goes, we will have to spend a lot of time on the ship. She's silly. Watch my vlog, our vlog, at 8:05, and you're going to see something funny. And there's an Easter egg in there for her. For Lori.
I know nothing of this.
Yeah, so
I'm very excited.
When she's sweet, she's Laura, and when she isn't, when she's feisty, she's Lori.
All right, so can we just clarify this? He's teasing me about this. I'm not a violent person. I'm not mean.
No.
However, if I'm in line at guest services and someone is screaming at the crew, if someone's being mean to the crew members on the ship, I have to defend them. I can't just stand by and I'm going to say something because they can't defend themselves.
Normally, I stop her.
He does.
I impede that whole process most of the time.
This lady was screaming at the guest services that she just got a massage and that she can't hardly move, but she just walked up to the counter just fine. And then I'm not joking you. She was screaming at the guest services people, and they're so sweet. And she was like, I want to speak to the captain right now. And all I said was, he's driving the ship right now, a little busy. And Eddie was like,
yeah, see, my whole problem is the reason I try to avoid those type of things is I have 2 speeds. It's 100 miles an hour and 0. And that works with about everything with me, with my personality. So if I get into some kind of argument or fight with idiots over dumb stuff.
Well, you don't have to, because that's what
I will end up getting kicked off the ship or left at the next port, and we don't want that happening.
Or if someone's checking out the glistening.
Now, listen,
I just laugh at that.
But in reality, I'm really easygoing. But when I get mad, my mad is worse than hers. And when I get mad at something, then she goes into like cool mode and handles it. So no, you don't do that, but you go and handle the situation with the people I have a problem with. Yeah. Because I just want to burn the whole village down to get one guy. I'm like, I burn bridges, man. I'm like, I'm done with all those people. If they
I swear we're nice people.
Yeah, we are.
We're very nice people.
We are really nice, and that's our issue.
I can't handle. I'm really, really sensitive about treating the crew people with respect and just being kind to them, because they bend over backwards and they work so hard at, you know, making everything wonderful. And when you're being a Karen or a Carl, they can't defend themselves. So, you know, it bugs me.
Yeah, it is, but you gotta ignore them.
We do,
because you can't let that wreck your vacation.
So let's talk about the dream. I really want to talk about the dream.
Yes.
All right. So I'll tell you like my overall, I actually was talking at work to one of my nurses today. And he asked me about, you know, my cruise and how it went. And I said, you know, usually when you go on a cruise, like the music will be really good on one cruise, and then it'll be like your favorite ship with the music. It was like the music was really good. And then another cruise, like the food will be like phenomenal. And, you know, maybe the lines were long, but the food was phenomenal. So there's always usually like 1 or 2 or 3 things on each cruise that are awesome. And then a couple of things that you're kind of like, I wish that was better, but no big deal. You're on a cruise, right? To me, I can't think of anything that could have been better on this cruise. I had the best time. I thought the food was really good. I thought the music was really good. I thought the flow of the ship was really good. The crew members were some of the favorite I've ever had. You know, we were treated so well. The other guests, I mean, we got to meet, you know, Robin Favor, and we got to see Julie on our port. We met some new friends on the ship. I mean, all in all, I really truly feel like this is one of the best cruises that we've ever had. And that's how I feel. What did you think about it?
Yeah, you changed gears on me. I thought you were talking about Celebration.
No, I said the dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dream was awesome. It definitely, for us, we felt the food was the best that we've had. The most consistent from night to night in the MDR, even like something as simple as Guy's Burgers, and especially the steakhouse.
Yeah.
That steakhouse was the best meal we've had on a Carnival steakhouse overall out of all the ships. And I kind of got to wondering if maybe a lot of it has to do with, you know, each ship has its own personality based on the captain and the crew, the officers that run the ship, right? And some of them are going to, you know, have higher standards than others. But I also wonder how much the port it sails out of, where they get the food and get everything, how much that plays into it.
That's a really good point. I never thought of that.
And if you think, if you're sailing out of Miami, there's so many ships sailing out of Miami and Port Canaveral as compared to Galveston that you would think that maybe that's part of the issue. Maybe they're getting higher quality food, because our cruise, our back-to-back on the Vista was the same thing. It was almost the food was really, really good. That's the second best ship we've been on for the quality of food. Now we're not real, you know, super picky eaters by any shape of imagination, but we will say now, music-wise, that wasn't the best ship music-wise.
No, but it was good.
It was,
but we kind of became kind of buddies with the lead singer of the band.
They're all nice. They're all nice. You can make friends with all of them. But I'm just being from a music fan standpoint. I would put them as average Carnival band. The above average factor of that whole band was the guitar player, and he was the best guitar player on any of the Carnival ships I've seen. And I actually talked to the guy in between sets, and he looked like he was like 17 or 18, but he's 28 from England and been playing on Carnival ships since 2018 and went to college for music. Really, really talented guy. And he was a band leader, and he looked like he was half the age of everybody else in the band. So he was really good. And then like their solo guitar guy was, he wasn't the best.
No,
and
I enjoyed it, but
I would say that the cruise before that, the Magic probably had better music, but that's going to vary. Like she was saying earlier, there's from ship to ship. Yeah. Now you guys might not even know this, but when they put those bands together, they do open tryouts down in Miami, and they'll say, we're looking for, singer, songwriters, acoustic guitar players. We're looking for piano players. We're looking for, guitar players, bass players, drummers, keyboard players. We're looking for singers. If you can do both, that's a plus, that kind of thing. And these guys open audition, and it's really competitive. And then once everybody passed the audition, the music directors sit down and they put these bands together.
They're like, you, and you. You're a band.
And you're a band.
You're
now
a band.
You are the Carnival Rock Band.
You're the rock
on
band.
Horizon. So you're the Horizon Carnival Rock Band, or whatever it may be. And we've actually, on one of our cruises, one of the guys that was playing in one of the rock bands on the Sunshine ended up showing up on the Magic as a solo guitar player.
Yeah.
But on the Sunshine, he's part of the rock band.
Yeah.
So
yep.
So it's kind of an interesting thing how they do it. And we also ran into, but we didn't get to see him perform. The piano guy,
yeah,
Raymond Russell
Valerian,
yeah. He was there, and we didn't make our way to the piano bar. And that cruise overall, though, I let them know it was Laura's birthday before we went on the cruise, and they were just so super sweet to her. They sang happy birthday to her in the steakhouse on her actual birthday. And then when we went to the MDR for Elegant Night the following night, Glory, our head server, sung happy birthday to her again. And the maitre d' came over and they sung happy birthday to her. It was crazy
because like other crew members, like we were walking down the hallway and we weren't even necessarily right by our cabin. And when we were walking down, so I was like, hey, William and Laura, happy birthday, Laura. And I was like, how does everybody know? How does everybody know it's my birthday? So that was really cool. Hey, listen, Cruise Nuts is going to be on the Dream next Saturday. And listen, write this down. And if you forget, just send me a message. When you go to the MDR, ask to be seated with Glory. His name is Glory. Just trust me, you're gonna love him. Yeah, he was like my favorite MDR person, and I love them all. Believe me, I'm always just like I love them all. But he was something special. He really was.
Yeah.
And so Have Luggage Will Travel. They were on the Dream 3 weeks before us.
Not further than that.
4 weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks before us. And they had a really good cruise. And then we had a really good cruise. So I'm feeling confident for you, my friend. I think that you're going to have a really good
Josh
cruise.
and Amanda said the same thing, that it was the best meal they had in MDR.
Yeah.
On that cruise. So it was really good, and we were really happy with it. And if you watch the vlog that's going to launch at 8:05, you can see something special they did for us in our stateroom. On day 2, the night of day 2.
So we had a couple more people join us. Let me say hi to them real quick. House of X Entertainment. Hi, so glad you're here. And I Love Cruising Royal. Hey, girl. And then there's Julie. Julie, how we cruise?
Hey, we met Mark Q with Favor and Robert.
Yeah.
Favor and Robert took us to the Diamond and Platinum party, and we got to mingle with the people that live at sea.
Yes.
And it was really cool. And
who we want to be when we grow up.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny with Favor and Robert. I was going to ask them to be in a vlog, but I didn't want to do that the first time I was around them, because I didn't want them to feel like I'm trying to ride on their coattails to get subscribers or grow our channel. And it's nothing like that. When you are truly a fan of anything or anyone, or like in our instance, a cruise vlog channel, and you get to meet them in person, number one, you got to keep in mind, they've been doing this since like 2015. They've been doing this a long time, and they've had people trying to use them in the past. And once you start getting a lot of subscribers, you get people to act like they're your friends, because they think that they can benefit from something like that. So we wanted to make sure they understood, hey man, we're fans.
My God.
And we love them.
And I'm so happy that we're able to call them our friends, and we got to spend they made time for us, and it was amazing.
Oh, I wanted to go live right now. Look, it's Favor and Robert.
Robert said he would have loved to be in it. Well, guess what? We're going to be on the Jubilee together.
Yeah, we'll see you again, Robert.
We'll definitely do that then.
We will definitely.
But the first time we met you was just all about just getting to spend time together, and we were so grateful for the time that you guys made. Have Luggage Will Travel and Robert both just said that Mark Q was so fun. He was awesome.
I think he's the tallest cruise director.
And he's from Michigan, isn't he?
Yeah, he was originally from Grosse Pointe, I think.
Point, yeah.
Or Royal Oak, I think.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And the singer in the band, Ian is from Grosse Pointe.
Yep.
Getting our Michigan. So we had 2 Michigan connections on that ship. So it's probably just the 4 of us out of everybody on the ship. So yeah, Mark Q was super tall, probably the tallest cruise director we've encountered.
And he, you know what though? He just like oozed just like, I don't know, personality.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like some people can, can just put it out there. Like you can just tell that that's just who he is. Like he's just like,
and he didn't have like routines or like he was repeating the same thing over, like saying Laura's in here right now.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that. He didn't have a
catchphrase.
No, he would just get on that mic and he would just be a little different every single time.
When we got to meet him, I was telling him that, the first couple of times that, he did his ding dong, and he would talk, he would say really funny things and I would kind of chuckle at what he was saying. But what I noticed is that everyone around us was also laughing. So he really, he tugged those strings where you felt like you bonded with him right away because he was really naturally funny. And I told him that. I was like, hey, listen, I know you don't get to hear, how the crowd is reacting when you do your bing bong, but everybody was cracking up at stuff you were saying. And he was so happy to hear that. It was really cute.
And I agree with Laura. And I think another thing that helped him with the guests is
what Robert said. 90% were from Texas, 10% Oklahoma, and 4% from Michigan.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. You're right.
Robert's good with numbers. That's got to go up on the screen.
That's funny because that's really true.
Robert's good with numbers. Look at him go. That's awesome. Yeah, I was like, you're right, Robert. 90% from Texas. And we like sailing out of Texas. It was a really cool cruise. We really enjoyed ourselves. We do well with the Texans, man.
We do. Listen, I got to tell you this funny story about this lady that we met on the ship, and I hope I see her in here tonight because she was here last week. I was walking into the restroom, and she grabbed me, and she was like, "Hey, you got to settle an argument between me and my husband." And I'm like, "Okay." She was like, he's a male, who's the singer? And he's a big, huge male singer, in the 90s. And, he was like, had a real raspy voice. And she goes, that was Barry White. And I said, yeah, Barry White had a raspy voice. She goes, but Barry White's not a black man. And I go, no, Barry White is a black man. And she was like, no, Barry White was the guy that sang that, I said, I loved you, but I lied song. And I go, no, that's Michael Bolton. And her husband was like, yes. And she was like, no. And I won the competition for her husband, but it was really funny. And then we just became friends after that because I was walking into the restroom.
And the funny story is we met her for the first time when we were sitting at the bar on our embarkation day, right as soon as we got in the atrium, right? Walking on the ship, we went right to the bar and grabbed a stool and had a drink. Because our Uber driver was, trying to be crafty and trying to be, smarter than everybody else going around all the traffic.
Yeah.
And she just got us in more traffic and ended up being a really long process to go from Texas City to get on the ship. We were in her car for about 45 minutes. And
why is nobody in the chat talking about how much I sounded like Michael Bolton when I just did that?
Well, you got a delay there. I'm sure they're trying to get the words together to compliment your raspy voice from the 80s or 90s. Yeah. So she came up and talked to us, and then we seen her several more times, and then she subscribed to our channel, and we learned a lesson on the Dream. We got to come up with business cards or something, or have a QR code or something for people to scan, because we were asked multiple times. I'm not going to wear a Huddle Adventure shirt every day on the cruise.
I'm laughing at their comments.
Yeah, what are they saying?
Julie said that she did.
Yeah.
Say, and then Cruise Nut said, "Nice save, Eddie."
Yeah, you like that? Yeah,
that's funny.
I look out for her. It's my job. I try to keep her from getting arrested, and I protect her. But she has
never been arrested. You're going to make people think I'm like some kind of mean, rotten, fighting criminal.
Yet. Oh yeah, road raging with the kids. Yeah, that's my baby.
I am a grandmother. I am. I have a grandson. Let's just leave that there.
Yes, you do. We got another one coming.
Yes.
Yep. We're not your stereotypical grandparents, though, by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, the Dream. Let's see what else I can say about
Cindy, that. I'm all about that, girlfriend.
We did Buc-ee's for the first time, and I don't know that I put together. I was going to do a little like a vertical TikTok, Instagram video of being in Buc-ee's, but I can't remember if I did that or not. I'm gonna have to look into it. I did. It kind of felt like I was already there before, because I've lived vicariously through Josh when he did it, and Jamie from Sharon at Sea. They went there for the first time just like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so he did a pretty extensive rundown on the place. So we went through there, and we were starving when we were there. So it was crazy.
I was ready to eat my hand.
Josh said $100. We spent $111.
It's funny. We walked in there and we were like, Josh said we're going to spend $100. And I'm like, all right, like, let's not even think about it. Let's just buy what we want to buy and let's see how we do.
It wasn't bad.
No.
I
thought everything was very
We
reasonably
bought her a t-shirt, me a t-shirt. We bought a t-shirt for Katie. Yeah, for her birthday. And then we got fudge, and we got multiple sandwiches, and
we never ate that fudge.
I ate a bite of all of them. I got the fudge sampler.
We never ate that.
And I wish I wouldn't have done that. I would have been happy just doing all peanut butter, the chocolate and peanut butter fudge. That would have been really cool. But that I tried to sample.
We got a brisket sandwich, and then you got a brisket sandwich. I got a brisket sandwich.
And I got a club sandwich too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because did you do the pulled or the chopped?
I did the chopped.
And she wished she would have done the pull.
Because,
and she wasn't a big fan of the sandwich.
I took a bite of it, and I got like a big piece of fat in it, and I was like, ugh, I don't.
She wasn't loving it.
No. And then
meanwhile, I'm over here eating my club sandwich going, this thing is delicious.
Let me tell you what love is. Okay. Love is, he's over there and he's going, this club sandwich is delicious. And I'm like, oh, I just got a big mouth of fat.
I'm going,
in this. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, well, do you want to trade? And I go, well, no, like you really love that. And he was like, that's okay. And he gave me a sandwich and we traded sandwiches.
I only had maybe 3 good bites out of that sandwich, and I gave it to her.
That's love.
I tried to get her to get that sandwich, but she wasn't listening to me. We got what are those? The beaver nuggets.
Yeah.
God, does that sound?
Yeah,
that doesn't sound like
Sharon
it's family friendly.
Said you got to get the beaver nuggets, so we bought a bag of beaver nuggets, which are basically, to me, it was kind of like almost like caramel popcorn.
It was almost like cheese puffs, but caramel.
Yeah,
that's kind of what it reminded me of, and they were good.
Robert said, "Oh, sandwich love."
Yeah, well, you got. Now, Robert, buddy, you know all about looking out for your lady. I watched you, buddy. He's like the world's best husband. You don't want to hang around Robert because you can't live up to his standards. So
that's what I told them when we met them. Like the reason, one of the real big reasons why I fell in love with both of them and I love their channel so much is because when you can tell that people are truly committed to each other and they truly love each other and they always look out for each other. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of, taking care of your peeps, man.
Yeah, and we spent a lot of time with them. We were really, really lucky to get to spend so much time. They made time for us, and man, we were really touched by that because they were like the Beatles in 1965 landing in JFK. Everybody knew who they were.
Yes, it's impressive.
Every time someone would come up, my man Robert would go, and those guys are Huddle Adventures, and we're like, hey,
the sweetest, just the sweetest thing.
And we were kind of, I will admit that I was like just absorbing it, the whole experience, because to watch how Favor has been vlogging for so long, and she just naturally goes right into it. She does these group selfies. She knows.
Oh, she can be like vlogging and then boom, stop, talk to people, give them her utmost attention. And spend time with everybody, be in the moment, not rushing anyone. Come on, like that's and then go right back to vlogging.
Her technical ability for doing it is you take that for granted because it's effortless. So she, like, for instance, she's gonna vlog. She puts us in a vlog. We're gonna be in one of their vlogs.
Yeah,
once it hits the cutting room floor. But the way she did it, it was just so smooth. So perfect. She held the camera at just the right angle so she could capture everything and without anything crazy being in the background, any bright lights coming in and backlighting you. She looks around and is aware of the environment before she starts taking pictures and video. And that is from doing it over and over again. It was really cool to see her. And one take, one take, boom, and she gets it done. And I appreciate that.
So
That's awesome.
Katie said that she loved the chopped brisket sandwich. Well, Katie, you got it like during the day. Like we got there at like, it was like almost 9 o'clock at night. So it might've been sitting there a minute. I didn't dislike it, but the bite that I took, I got like a blubbery piece of fat in it, and Lord help me, I can't do that. And beaver nuggets are the best, Dana. I liked them, but after I ate like a handful of them, it started making me feel like that sugar buzz that you get where you don't feel good.
But
like I couldn't eat them.
Laura doesn't do good with
I don't
real
do
sweet stuff.
Real sweet stuff. I can't do it.
And we think she might be lactose intolerant because she gets feeling really sick after eating ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. The ice cream on Carnival ship doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
but I don't know why.
Soft serve.
The soft serve stuff, I think I can do. But
the real ice cream that you have in the carton, that's stuff that makes her sick.
Yeah, I get real sick from it.
And it's like she almost forgets about it. And I'm like, you're gonna get sick, and it doesn't even take much.
I can just take one bite of it and then wait a minute, and then I can tell you, can I eat this or not? So
yeah. So, anyways, I do apologize for not capturing Robert and Faber in the vlog, but like I said, I didn't want it to be about us trying to do that with them.
And I wanted to be in the moment when we got to spend time with them, because that really meant a lot to us.
Yeah, it was really cool. And we're trying to learn, guys. We're going to be around a lot of vloggers over the next couple cruises, and we haven't been around very many on cruise ships. So we're learning from watching them how they handle themselves, how they're operating. That's the best way to learn. If you want to get smarter, you hang around people smarter than you. If you want to get better at whatever you're doing, you hang around people that are better than you. And you don't want to be better than the people you hang around, or smarter than the people you hang around. So you'll never get better. So that's the really cool thing. But ultimately,
is that why you married me?
That's why I did. Yeah. Like that, guys. But ultimately, that was a really, really cool experience. And then whenever you meet someone, and they're even better in person than they are on.
Better.
I'm far from you. This is a good look. How far?
No, object in the camera was closer than it appeared.
Yeah. But anyways, they're even nicer in person than they appear to be in their vlogs, if that's even possible. So, and the other thing about the Dream that was really cool was the 8-day. That's our first 8-day cruise. And man, I think 8 days is a sweet spot. Man,
I gotta tell you, Mama likey.
It was great. It was really nice. 4 port stops, 8 days. You got your 2 sea days. It was a good feeling when you got to day 6, knowing we still got 2 more days left. So you start getting that melancholy feeling on the 7-day on day 6. And then, day 7, you're like, this is our last day at sea. And man, 8 days just seems so sweet. Now we did a back-to-back 14 days. That's even better.
That's even better.
Yeah, but we would recommend that if time isn't an issue with you guys. You haven't done it back-to-back.
What blew my mind is that, we always tell you, like, join the Facebook group for your cruise. You get to meet a lot of people before you even get on there. Let them know that you're, vlogging. Sometimes people will subscribe and, get to know them, make friends, all that sort of thing. Well, we're on our Facebook group during the cruise and after the cruise. There was so many people that were like, this is the worst cruise ever. I wanted to go home at 5 days. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The food wasn't that good and this wasn't that good. I'm like, I absolutely felt, I replied and I said, I feel like I'm in an alternate universe, because I literally experienced the complete opposite of what everything that you're saying. And I don't know how we were on the same ship. Like, I literally replied that to someone, because it blew my mind. And
that was a weird Facebook group. There was over 1,000 members in it. And there wasn't a lot of camaraderie between everyone in the group on the ship like you would normally see. Like their groups, the group activities didn't take off. And there was no... like on the cruise before that with our buddy Todd Donnelly, our admin. Oh
my God, everybody was so tight.
He was all week long. All right, guys, now this is going on. Now this is going on. Now don't forget we're doing this and that. There was activities every single day, and you were getting notifications on your Facebook app telling you, oh, this is happening, that's happening. It was really cool how they did that.
Oh, he was a great admin.
But our Facebook groups for the Vista out of Texas too were kind of the same. It's like everyone got on board and got kind of shy with each other and didn't show up to events.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because in the group, like there was myself and like 4 other people that had the same birthday. And there was even a guy on there, I don't remember his name, but he not only was he born on the same day as me, but the same year. And I've never met anybody that was literally born on the exact same day that I was born on. So like we were like, oh, let's, you know, meet up and have a drink, and nothing ever. I mean, I didn't reach out for it either, so I'm guilty too. But I mean, nothing ever really came of that. So I missed my birthday buddy.
And we've been admins, and we still are admins for one of our upcoming cruises. So we've got experience with it, and we know that some cruises, like the meet and greet, you have commitments from like 90 people are going to be there, and then you get there's like 16 people, and that's it. You know, so in other ones, you say there's going to be 90, and you'll have like 70 there. So you just never really know what's going to happen with those, but they are excellent. We do highly recommend that people join those. And especially during COVID, it was great because all these changing protocols and stuff, you were able to have everyone sharing the same information. So the other thing with the Dream, the last thing I want to touch with the Dream was how we thought when we did the cruise out of New York, we self-assisted off the ship and got off super quick. We're like, yeah, boy,
this is the way to go.
Yeah, and we will warn you, because most of the people on that ship, when you go on a Dream, like they're going to be driving there, like you probably are.
Hey,
and everybody is carrying their luggage off. It was crazy. I've never seen so many people carrying their luggage off. I still recommend it though, because we had that scare on the Celebrity Millennium where someone accidentally took one of our 2 suitcases and ran off with it and left. And we were sitting there, our suitcase and one other suitcase, which was the one that was theirs, were the only 2 left in the terminal. And we got on the shuttle bus. And fortunately, the lady was flying Delta like we were, so she was in the same terminal, and they were able to track our luggage down. We were able to get our suitcase back. So we got really lucky, but we learned a valuable lesson. And we were in one of the first groups coming off of that ship because they screwed up our room reservations and upgraded us on everything and treated us like we were like, I don't know, Excalibur or whatever it is on Celebrity, the high level. They treated us like we were gold.
They were really good to us.
Yeah, so. And so my reason I bring that up is even with getting, you know, the premium, you know,
preference
getting off the ship, our suitcase still got. So we strongly recommend.
From now, we are never ever out. This is us. You do you.
We're going to self-assist.
We are always going to self-assist and carry our stuff off, because if I had to replace, I've read where, like, you know, somebody Carnival couldn't find someone's suitcase and they gave them like $200 to replace contents. Man, I'm telling you what, just close the stuff. You wouldn't be able to find all that.
We have insurance.
Yeah, I know.
And we could file a claim, and it wouldn't be the same, because it'd be just impossible to replace everything in your suitcase.
So we decided we take our own stuff. We brought it on. We're taking it off.
Now on the Carnival Cruise Fanatics page, which we are admins of, one of our good friends, Laura's a real good friend, and I've become friends with him through Facebook over the years. Roger is going on his first cruise. I think, is it later this month?
It's in December.
And, you know, he's a cruise rookie, so he has lots of questions. And one of the things he was asking about debarkation and how it works. So I thought I would just give you guys our tips for that, because they're real short. Number one is we self-assist. And I'm going to give you a couple good reasons. Besides, if you keep your luggage can't go missing before you get to where you need to go next. It's with you, so you can't lose it unless you're absent-minded or something, walk away from it. It is also easier for getting ready in the morning, the day of your cruise. It's also easier for packing, because you don't have to be, for those of you that might not know, you have to, if you choose to have your luggage taken off the ship for you, you have to have that out in the hallway outside your stateroom, like generally around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Now, a lot of people forget that you need clothes to wear the next day, and you need something to take your dirty clothes in you're wearing now. So you got dirty clothes situation you got to deal with.
Destination fun. Thank you for coming.
You got a new change of clothes you're going to wear the next day. Your toiletries, all that stuff you're going to have to carry off. So
I love cruising with Rosa. She can't because she packs too much. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
It all it takes is almost losing your stuff once to rethink it. But now versus, and we did that like on 10 cruises. We did where we had them take it off on
probably 8
out of 10. Okay, so we thought that was no big deal because we have carry-on luggage, right? So we put, we keep like a garbage bag and put our dirty clothes for that day in a garbage bag and tie it up and put it inside our carry-on luggage and that kind of thing. You put the toiletries in there and all that stuff. Now, when you don't do that, you can be like 90% packed, 75% packed. But here's where our tips come in. Morning of, this is what we do every single time. We get up and we're ready to leave the room by 7 o'clock. It kind of sucks getting up early, but you got to keep in mind we have a long travel day because we always fly back
to Michigan.
And lately it's been a layover with every stupid flight we take. So what we do, we did this on Celebrity too. We'll do it on Royal. We'll do it on every cruise ship. We go eat breakfast. We're all packed and ready to go after we take our showers.
Leave our bags in the room.
We leave our suitcases in the room. Yep. We go to breakfast. We make the reservation, whatever we have to do, and we go have breakfast around 7:30, quarter to 8. And while everybody else is dragging all their luggage through the MDR, trying to get food, and it's just mass chaos. It looks like we are being bombed and we're trying to get out of the country. It's just mass chaos. And people are trying to go up to the Lido deck with suitcases. People are trying to come down with suitcases. It's just a nightmare, and it's on every cruise ship. So we stroll right out and go eat breakfast, relax. We don't have our luggage out in the hallway. It is back in the room. You have until 8 or 8:30. On Carnival, it's 8:30 to get out of the room. Then we go back to the room, and we're ready to roll, and we leave out of the room around 8:15, and we walk right off because no matter how they're calling it by muster or whatever, they're ready for us because we're self-assisting. So we just can get off the ship as quickly as we can walk, depending on the foot traffic. And in Galveston, there was a ton of people with suitcases. So that was a really weird one. And oh my gosh, people people in very poor physical condition who are trying to wrestle big suitcases up and down the stairs to try to get downstairs 2 minutes faster than waiting for an elevator.
I got to tell them about the elevator incident.
I don't remember.
Okay, so there was something wrong with one of the elevators, and I actually saw it on a Facebook group that they were having issues with one of the elevators, and we got on the elevator and it was crowded because it was pretty crowded.
That was in the middle of the cruise.
Yeah.
I thought you about deportation day. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you about that in a second, but so we're on the elevator and somebody yells, "Hold the door!" So they held the door, and this gentleman, very very tall, very very stocky guy, got on the elevator, and the alarm went off on the elevator for the weight limit. Like we maxed the weight limit of the elevator. And somebody said, "Oh, it'll be okay." And I said, "Nope." I said, "Let me off. I cannot." I started panicking because we were really all like smushed in, and like people were like this all up on me. And I was like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this, until that last person got on. And then I look up and that alarm went off on the elevator. I'm like, "Nope, let me off." And I got off. He followed me. And then 2 other people got off too. And we just took the stairs because we were going down anyway. So we just took the stairs all the way down. And no, it wasn't Josh. But I panicked.
It was a giant obese guy. He was obese. He wasn't
I was
stocky.
being kind.
Yeah, well,
but he was huge. You guys,
he's about 450, easy 450.
I couldn't do it, and I didn't mean to offend that gentleman, but I was having a claustrophobic moment.
And what I explained to her is, my trade, we used to work on elevators, and in our state, you had to have a license to work on elevators, so we don't work on them anymore. But we worked on elevators, escalators, anything mechanical, in a production industrial setting. We work on anything and everything. And that elevator ain't gonna go nowhere.
I'm not worried about
it.
It was claustrophobic.
It might not move because it's overloaded, but there's usually a 50% built-in limit. So if they say it's rated at 5,000 pounds, it will pick up 7,500 pounds. They do that for safety reasons. And it's not really safety what you would think, like someone's going to get hurt. They don't want to burn the motors up that move the elevators. That's what they're worried about.
So the other elevator thing was on debarkation day. We were standing in that long line, and then we had to go down, and we couldn't go down because there were so many people on the stairs. So we had to go down. We had to use the elevator, and so we got on the elevator, and we had to go all the way up to. Remember, it went all the way up to 10, and then every floor it opened, and like our elevator was packed full, and then so we had to go all the way up and to go all the way back down. So that was a little hard for me because, like I said, I get claustrophobic.
But you need to do that on debarkation day. I'm glad you brought that up. Just get in any elevator, and when it opens, if it's going up or down, get in any elevator, and when it gets done going up, you'll come back down because you'll get in an elevator faster.
Josh said he's 300, not 450. Listen, that guy. It was already so crowded, you guys. Like everybody had to like smush to make room for him. I couldn't do it. I felt horrible. Like I hope I didn't offend him.
We're gonna put that out there. We're trying to. Who insinuated the guy was Josh's size?
I think Amanda was just joking, but
okay.
It was all about claustrophobia. I wasn't worried about the elevator like crashing or nothing like that. But I was just like I couldn't handle it because
you guys can't be shaming my big buddy. He's a skinny guy. I told him that. 300 pounds at 6'7", he's lanky. He was probably built like a.
But what made me laugh about it when I thought back, because I had a panic moment and I got off. But what made me laugh about it was I yelled, "Nope, let me off."
Yeah,
nope, let me off.
and again, you know, the elevators were packed. The place was really, really busy, and that's what happens, you know. The funny thing on this one is usually when I go on a cruise, I gain like 10 pounds, 12 pounds, something like that. I didn't lose the weight from the last cruise, and I was curious how this is going to play out for me. I only gained like almost 4 pounds, which is crazy. I only gained 4 pounds, but I was already on the fluffy side when we went. So I came back and I was 209.4, and I'm already down to 202.8. So,
and I'm not going to tell you how much I weighed before I went on the cruise, but I will tell you that I am down 10 pounds since we got back too. So
we went on a strict diet, counting our calories on MyFitnessPal, all that. I haven't ate more than 1,600 calories in a day since we got back, and I've been in the gym and all that stuff. Got to get in shape for the next one.
Yes.
So,
and then we have another one, like within a week of that one too. So we want to, we have a lot of cruises coming up, and we get to meet a lot of you guys on these cruises, and we have another grandchild on the way and a lot of really wonderful blessings in our life. So we want to stick around and live as much of this life as we can. So we're trying to rein in the crazy a little bit.
Well, we're you know, I told you guys in this,
we got 1 minute
in this group before that. No, it's 8:05.
Okay.
We you know, I was up to 265 pounds, and I'm like 11 inches shorter than Josh. So I was I was big for my height. I'm 5'8", and I was 45 years old, and I went along with the whole mentality that once you turn 40, you're supposed to fall apart, and you know, you don't have to worry because you're just going to get fat and you're going to be hurting and you're going to be in bad shape no matter what. And mind you, up until I was 32, I was always working out. From age 13 to 32, I was always working out, and I was always in good shape. And I just got busy with life, raising kids and all that kind of stuff, working all the time. I've been a workaholic my entire life. And I was never like the big guy that was inactive. I was always active, coaching sports, all that kind of stuff. And in fact, I almost had a stroke while coaching baseball. And I thought, oh my God, I had to straighten up and get a hold of this. And I'm going to post a picture that I found. I actually showed Mike from Cruise Nuts. It's got me in 2014 at 265, and it's got me like in 2019 at 165. Now my weight has fluctuated between 155 and like 205. over the last 8 years. I go up and down in there, but I've never come remotely close to that 265 where I was almost dying.
And you know, the thing about it is that as you get older, hey Blaine, as you get older, too, it doesn't come off as easy as it used to anymore. No. So, you know, it's just something that, you know, when you are heavy cruisers, is something that you're just going to have to just do in between the cruises. We're going to have to get a better, I'm going to have to get a better handle on it. He does, believe me, in 2 weeks from now, he'll be Adonis again. Trust me.
You're silly.
I'm going to,
but I'm going to work out on these next 2 cruises. I have to, I got to keep my calorie, burning my normal amount of calories per day.
Yeah.
Because on a cruise, for a lot of people, it's like, man, I walked so much, I did so much. I don't even put a dent in how active I am.
I'm more
when I'm
active.
back home.
I'm more active because
she
I
work from home. Works from home.
Yeah.
I'm like, so my watch starts making fun of me. Normally you're at this level of the day. Normally you have this many steps. I'm like, well, thank you, iWatch.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's like it shames me. Shames me. I'm up at 4 a.m. and it says you're off to a good start. Like during the regular week, I'm like, you're supposed to tell me I should go back to bed because I'm being obsessive. So yeah, that's it, guys. We are super excited about the celebration. You'll hear more about that. We actually try to line up Cindy from Seagull Media to be on next Tuesday.
But she's cruising too much.
Yeah, Cindy.
Cindy's like,
I don't even think. I think she's like a dolphin or something. I don't even know if she touches land.
Is Cindy a dolphin? We're going to investigate that when we meet
mermaid.
her. A mermaid.
Yeah, she's
a mermaid. Is Cindy a mermaid? We're going to investigate when we meet her on the celebration.
We will have her. She will be on our live stream eventually. We don't know who we'll have on next week. We definitely will have on somebody. There's a lot of you guys out there. What's that?
We left that up there.
What was
it? Josh's comment for like 5 minutes.
Listen, I'm sorry,
Josh.
I don't want Josh to be shamed for his size. He's tall. He's not big. He's not heavy.
Not at all.
No.
Sorry, we need to get off here because our premiere is coming on, and then so we want to be able to watch that. And thank you all so sincerely for spending time with us. We love you so much.
Thanks all you guys for being in here, and we really, man, we love all you guys. And
just before we go, if you're ever in a super crowded elevator, just yell, "Nope, let me out."
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah. All right, bye guys.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.